The all-new Acerus Firelight with up to 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor. Enjoy sharp visuals on a full HD display with a flexible 180-degree hinge. Lightweight at just 1.59 kilograms. Powerful, flexible, and ready to go. The Acerus Firelight with up to 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor and a full HD display. Lightweight at just 1.59 kilograms. It's powerful, flexible, and ready to go.
With Neo, power in hand, watch it go. AI smart, runs the show. Style and speed, you already know. Lightweight game, heavy all night. Work off late, it's just right. Color that pop, style and glow. Swift Neo, oh, that's how we roll. Click, sleek, swift Neo, power in hand, watch it go. AI smart, runs the show. Style and speed, you already know. Swift Neo, you feel me. Lightweight game, heavy all night. Work out, play, it's just right. Color that pop, style and glow. Swift Neo, oh. Let it lead, let it grow. Turn it with every tap and glow. Swift Neo, that's how we roll.
Don't see it, vibes up, you feel me.
Swift Neo.
The all-new Acerus Firelight with up to 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor. Enjoy sharp visuals on a full HD display with a flexible 180-degree hinge. Lightweight at just 1.59 kilograms. Powerful, flexible, and ready to go. The Acerus Firelight with up to 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor and a full HD display. Lightweight at just 1.59 kilograms. It's powerful, flexible, and ready to go.
Sleek, swift, neo, power in hand, watch it go. AI smart, runs the show. Style and speed, you already know. Lightweight game, heavy on mic. Work off late, it's just right. Color that pop, style and glow. Swift neo, oh, that's how we roll. Click, sleek, swift, neo, power in hand, watch it go. AI smart, runs the show. Style and speed, you already know.
Swift neo, you feel me?
Lightweight game, heavy on mic. Work out, play, it's just right. Color that pop, style and glow. Swift neo, oh. Let it lead, let it grow. Turn it with every tap and glow. Swift neo, that's how we roll.
On the edge, vibes up, you feel me? Swift neo.
The all-new Acerus Firelight with up to 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor. Enjoy sharp visuals on a full HD display with a flexible 180-degree hinge. Lightweight at just 1.59 kilograms. Powerful, flexible, and ready to go. The Acerus Firelight with up to 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor and a full HD display. Lightweight at just 1.59 kilograms. It's powerful, flexible, and ready to go.
Sleek, swift, neo, power in hand, watch it go. AI smart, runs the show. Style and speed, you already know. Lightweight game, heavy all night. Work off late, it's just right. Color that pop, style and glow. Swift neo, oh, that's how we roll. Click, sleek, swift, neo, power in hand, watch it go. AI smart, runs the show. Style and speed, you already know. Swift neo,
You feel me?
lightweight game, heavy all night. Work out, play, it's just right. Color that pop, style and glow. Swift neo, oh. Let it lead, let it grow. Turn it with every tap and glow. Swift neo, that's how we roll.
Don't see it, vibes up, you feel me? Swift Neo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone once again to the Acer Predator League 2026. The India Qualifiers are here where the top teams from the country are participating for that one spot in the Acer Predator League Global Final, which will also be happening this time in our very own country, India. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am Universe. I have joined. I couldn't resist staying away from these juicy Valorant matches. And with me, I've got Clashing here. Clashing, you did the previous game. Tell me a little bit about it. How have the games been so far? Catch me up to speed.
Well, I think there's nothing, I cannot explain it in simple words. I think you were all also watching all those games.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the best Valorant I have seen in a long, long time. We have seen so much of back and forth. And finally, in the decider, we have seen an 11-13 score line. So you can just imagine what we all were thinking, what the players were thinking. But
Yeah.
our next game, this is going to be the upper bracket semi-final number 2. Whoever
Yep.
wins this will go to the upper bracket finale, where already we have
GGZ
waiting for them.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Let's have a look at the format as well, shall we? Just to catch people up who have been watching, because the format is pretty straightforward and simple. There have been open qualifiers that ran from 4th of September, and there was all single elimination games. And the top 8 teams from those open qualifiers have stepped foot into the playoffs, who are right now playing in a double bracket elimination. And the top 2 teams only will be qualifying for the finals, which will be a LAN on the 11th of October, which is going to be at right there. You can see a tiny little picture. It's in Bangalore. It's in the Phoenix Mall of Asia, which is going to be very, very amazing, because I've been to that mall before. It's a humongous space, and I'm pretty sure that people would love to come and watch it. And it's a nice little trip also, right? Across Bangalore, you get to see a lot of places on the way, a lot of esports as well at the end of it. But yes, let's have a look at the schedule as well at the back of it. Just to give you guys a little bit about what today's game is going to be, it is Asterisk going up against Soul. Now, this team, both these teams had a very S8. We have S8UL as well. Of course, not Soul, S8UL. Both these teams had a very strong first game here, clashing. S8UL actually beat their opponents 13-0, 13-1, and Asterisk beat their previous opponent 13-1. Second map was 13-11, but both the teams are filled with superstar players from this country.
No doubt, no doubt. As I can clearly see, we have Techno, Venka, Hoax from S8UL. So, yep, LF. So there are plenty of superstars in both the lineups, and I cannot wait for this game. As I previously mentioned, that game number 1 of this upper bracket semi-finale, it was awesome. Like, I cannot just explain. Like, we have seen GG Easy dominating the very first game. Then in game number 2, they were simply crushed. For some of the rounds, they were crushed. But the kind of comeback, the kind of resilience that those teams were showing, that was insane. Especially in that third game, I really was hoping for an overtime. But I was not that lucky. We were not that lucky. But who knows? We might get to see an overtime in this game number 2 of upper bracket semi-finals. Let's see what's going to happen. And as Universe, you rightly said, both the teams are filled with so many superstars.
Yeah, both the teams, of course, are very, very, rightfully individually brilliant, and as well as a team, they've been pretty good as well since the end of the season a couple of months ago, where, of course, we had VLT doing what they did. We have a little bit of change in teams, right? We've had a lot of rosters move around. We've had a lot of players move around. For example, S8UL did have RVK come in. They also have Venka now a part of their roster, which makes it a very interesting, 5-man India roster as well. And on the other end, Asterisk, who have been very silently the underdogs of most of these competitions that we've been watching, have now acquired what was the G Academy core, which was Kibo, Caramel, Ryzen, and Lil Boy. They added Yash at the end of it as well. So it's a very solid lineup on both ends. Me personally, of course, I have been involved in seeing Asterisk's boys as G Academy. I've spoken to them so many times, so many different ways. But let's see what they're going to be doing under this banner. Now we've got the map Veto in front of us. Ascent coming up first, which is being picked by S8UL. We've got Asterisk following that up with Corrode. So we've gone with the oldest and the newest map to start us off. And if things need to go to a third map, we will head to Haven. What do you think about this Veto?
Well, the video looks amazing, and as you mentioned, right, we have the oldest and the newest map both in the play, and these are like those maps that we are surely gonna witness, right? Who knows, even we'll get to that haven or not. But if we get to that haven, I'd love to watch an OT coming in the play as well. And now that we have you on the desk universe, I'd love to get so many insights from you because, as you rightly mentioned, right, you have been with these boys. Since the very beginning. So I am hoping that you can also tell us a lot more things that we as a viewer or as a third party might never know about these players.
Well, to be very fair, when it comes to the composition, now that we're starting on Ascent, there's nothing different here. Yes, back when they were in G Academy, they used to try different, compositions on this map. Ascent was even out of the, pool for some time. But they've gone to the absolute bottom of the barrel Ascent comp here, the absolute basic comp, Sova KO, double initiator, which is the most used comp on this map across the entire 5-year duration that Valorant's been around. And S8UL, on the other hand, have gone for the Cypher Lock with a Yoru, which is also a very popular comp in recent times. Of course, Yoru being the only duelist here. We have him playing really well. Venka's been on fire, especially the previous game. He died, I think, only 3 times in total across both maps, and he was the top fragger in that. So that is quite the achievement. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. The map is going to begin. We have S8UL on the attack, and it seems like an extremely hard A hit coming in further at the start itself. The knife from Kibo gonna give him quite a bit of information. Does dodge the grav net as well, but S8UL slowly will start moving forward now.
There you go, Ryzen. Oh, Ryzen and Karam. They got plenty of kills to begin with. S8UL already in a man disadvantage. It's gonna be real hard to plant the spike now. So already on the side. The goal is to plant the spike so that they can at least. Okay, the spike has already been planted, and now it all comes down to defending the side, which is gonna be real hard considering the 2-man disadvantage that the team is already facing.
Yeah. Oh, that close knife is going to help Karamel. Does not help him though. Hooks gets 2 and Techno finds the 3rd as well. And suddenly S8UL have turned this around. A team fight all together and they absolutely tear down Asterisk. Yash left wondering, checking every single corner, but he's lost his teammate. Now it's a 1v2. 18 HP. Just a bullet away from death here. Classic to the body should be enough, but he's a little wary of both angles here. And now he's caught between a rock and a hard place. Nothing else he can do here. Time's wasting by. Does deliver a crispy shot. But that's about it. The round goes to S8UL.
S8UL, what a turnaround it has been. Even though they've lost 2 of their main players just at the beginning of the round, they still turned it around in a 3v5 scenario. Yash was pretty low. If he had some amount of HP, maybe he could have done more. But with this, it's a 0-1 scoreline. S8UL with a head start. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be maybe one of the most amazing match of the day, because remember, whoever wins this map number 1 gets a head start in the whole series. So yeah, they'll be a lot more confident and powerful in game number 2. But there you go, asterisk, they are going for a counter push.
Oh, that's a beautiful push out from B main. I love that stack. This is stuff that they used to do back when they were in G Academy as well. S8UL instantly with a response will head into the A side. They know that's quite a stack on the B side, so planting the spike should not be a problem. In the meantime, eyes being kept here by Karamel. Venka's found 3 on the back though. He held them on, went back towards high mid, and he takes care of them, rightfully so. If left, Asterisk could have been a big problem on that flank. It's a strategy that they love using, and it has been fairly successful when it comes to their ecos, but for the moment, it is going to be S8UL in control. 32 HP, Karamel, the most experienced player right now on this team. With a Guardian, not a Bulldog, will look for as many weapons as he can drop here. There's nothing more he can do. Just one more weapon dropped also would be pretty good for them, because after dropping 2 already, there should be a good round for Ascent in terms of economical damage. He's going to peek out at the right time. Finds 1, gets a headshot. Beautiful shot right there. And the other 2 are just going to be able to get away with a stitch of their life on them. Asterisk, decent round. 3 weapons dropped. And S8UL will have to slightly reinvest into this round if they have any hopes of winning their bonus.
Well, it's a 2-0 lead. A pretty good a pretty good head start for S8UL. But then again, this is going to be a proper buy for Asterisk, and this is a pretty important round as well, Universe, because if they lose this, then this very first half is not going to go well for them. Let's see what they will come in with. Let's see. Let's wait and watch.
Yeah, outside B, pretty much for default here. They're going to try and fake out a little bit of this. So, tripwire has been broken. Ryzen most likely going to peek out. Holding a right angle. Oh, almost got away with one. Misses the crosshair placement, but he's got a recon. One cage to help him out as well. Teammates here around him. Need to be careful here. Venka going on a bit of a journey himself already. They want little map control, but no, Venka's been discouraged. He's going to come back. The drone's been sent a very deep position here. I like this aggressiveness, but Ryzen's good with the adjustment. He knows where to spam. He knows where to find the players. He knows already the players on site. Playing around the smoke. Has got a little bit of help in terms of map cover, but Hawks finds him at the right time. And now this is Asterisk in a disadvantage against S8UL's bonus.
Man, oh man, S8UL. If they win this one, that's going to be an amazing head start for them. They are looking forward to it. The team is already holding all the possible angles. Yash trying to slow them down. Asterisk, they need to speed up a little. There's not a lot of time. Techno is pretty low though. Techno still gets one even though he was pretty low. And Hoax with a 1v3. S8UL gets a 3-0. Even though that was a bonus round for them. Asterisk. That's not the start they were hoping for. That's not the start they were planning.
Yeah. I knew Asterisk were, of course, considerably that S8UL have been stronger as a team, as players individually. Thought Asterisk would be able to actually get back to sound, but the speed at which S8UL kind of just entered into the site was a bit of a handicap, and they covered off the smokes as well really well on the cavities of Spawn and Market. And nobody was playing Market for that reason, actually, and that was a problem. And as we speak, Techno's already taken matters into his own hands. Lil Boy and Kibo tried, I think, a bit of a set play. It was an eco. Unfortunately, it's not going to work in their favor, but Ryzen gets two back outside of B. Both the extremities, and it's going to be a couple of prodigies doing their best work here. Karamel looking for any stragglers as he can, but the spike's been planted, and to stop it comes the ultimate. A little ambitious here from Ryzen. Maybe he should have held it on, but he wants the round. He wants to get at least one in his bag. Not going to help him. The Hoax is going to get a bit of a safer plant, but also one that's going to help them in terms of post-plant. Drone sent out towards heaven, clears out most of the area, spots the Cypher, tags him as well, and that's information. He's got a recon, he's also got a Hunter's Fury, and there's a big flank coming in from Asterisk here. That needs to be watched. There's the tripwire that's been broken. Helef, he's gonna have pressure on him now. He's been spotted. All he needs to do is stay alive, but he's gonna do better than that. Gets one out, throws in another one of his sonic sensors, and he's just gonna play with time here. He's gonna play with Ryzen, and he's gonna force him back. Forced to save. Another great round here from S8UL.
Ryzen, he could haven't done anything well, because just look at his HP. Was barely surviving with 2 bits of his health, and he goes down as well because Hellf is not letting him go. Gonna secure that Vandal as well, and S8UL, what an amazing start it has been. And just look at this. For a second, we really thought that he might not even survive, but he did not just survive, but even got 2 good kills for the team. And S8UL,
Yeah.
what a great beginning. But Asterisk, I think their economy is also a big point of concern at this point, apart from the momentum that they are searching for.
Yeah, absolutely. And with these, concerns of economy, maybe you guys can check out some great economical choices for yourself, like the Predator Helios Neo 16 Slim AI, which, of course, is the thinnest Predator that Acer have ever built. It's crafted for gamers, it's crafted for creators who need full-scale performance in sleek, ultra-portable bodies, the ones who are those laptop gamers. And don't let its size fool you. It might be small and thin, but inside is a powerhouse packed with high-performance CPUs, powerful GPUs, and a thermal system that keeps you cool while staying mobile. And by the way, if you buy a Predator Helios, on every purchase, you also get a free gaming monitor, which is absolutely insane, by the way.
Obviously, it is insane, right? A free gaming monitor. What better?
Yeah.
What better deal can you get, right? So go ahead, check out the links given in the description below for round of the game begins. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the very first map of the BO3 series. How will Roy help the plans? But no! Techno. That was a good shorty left.
Yeah, I like the idea. Unfortunately, it was still a trade though. Ryzen was able to get back one, but Yash has brought out the win condition, it seems, for Asterisk. He's got the op in his hand. Smoke through. Perfect time to spam down. Ryzen's going to be able to take out Hoax, and that is the Sova down. Techno playing with fire, but he gets rewarded with one. Trade off instantly. Kibo understands his opponents well, and now it's Helef in a 1v3. He does have his ultimate and a Gravnet as well. A lineup could be possible here. He is known for playing these very geeky post plants. He's gonna have to be careful here. Very low on HP, and Asterisk leave no stone unturned. They want to check every single corner. They want to make sure that everything's covered, and Helef needs to play this to perfection. Unfortunately, peeks out a little too early. Could have waited for the tap maybe, but was probably going to go down either way. First round for Asterisk coming up.
Asterisk, after a long wait. They've been looking for this round for a long time now, but finally, first round coming up for Asterisk, and they would love to get many more. They'll at least aim for a 5-7 scoreline or maybe a 4-8 scoreline to finish the half, because S8UL, they've already got a pretty decent start. Not just a decent start, an absolutely amazing start, I'd say. And S8UL, let's see what's gonna happen, because this first map feels like that they are in their top-notch form. We are well aware about the fact. I think you are the one, right? You just mentioned how they've finished 13-0 and 13-1 in their previous games.
Yeah, so confidence is riding high, but Yash, he's been spotted here. He's following the Yoru, but the Yoru's actually kind of trailing them along. Keyboard's found two, though, right towards mid. And now the third as well. Wenka just opening out his gate crash in the open. Dimensional drift, sorry. And that is a big mistake from S8UL. The op will not connect, but it doesn't matter. They know where both these players are right now. And all the Asterisk boys need to do is hold. Helef's already gotten one, but he's been traded off in terms of Hoax, and back on 27 HP. A single bullet to his body will end this out, or two bursts from a shorty even at that range. Asterisk find two in a row, and that is going to be a little bit of confidence as well as economical boost, because they didn't lose any players there, which is they lost only one player, but that's going to give them quite the chunk of money to continue on the next two rounds.
Well, amazing. We're going to see a lot of this back and forth in this map as well as in the upcoming maps, because, ladies and gentlemen, this is upper bracket semi-finals. Remember, we started off with the open qualifiers. We had so many teams, but only top 8 qualified for the playoffs. And this is upper bracket semi-finals. Whoever loses this BO3 still gets a chance, but in the lower brackets, because this is... oh, just look at that Venka with a Sheriff. No economy. This time it is S8UL. For the very first time in the game, S8UL is facing an economical crisis. Although Venka gets a frag with that Sheriff and retrieves an operator. Wow.
Yeah, he's going to have to hold on to his position though. Was worried about a shot for a second, but now he's going to look back towards the deeper spawn area. In the meantime, Hawks holding on towards A main. There's a push coming in. The neural theft will provide them information. And now Hawks has to be careful. But Kibo's turned up the pace. And he's not given his position away. Hawks holding on for dear life. But here comes the attack on the A side. They're going to try to isolate off the A main position. But now they've covered off the two angles. Hawks is now coming in to try and hold off that angle by himself and get a pick if he can. And he's holding the perfect angle. I think Kibo's gone. He absolutely is. Hawks gets the pick off. And this is turning out to be a nightmare for Asterisk. One more player here. Lil Boy trying to keep himself alive. He's got so much in front of him. Utility across the place. Tag as well. 28 HP. And there could come an ultimate to take him out. But no, Hawks is just going to make sure that the shock dart instead does it for him.
Perfectly done, S8UL. Even though that was an eco round for them, they are the ones with a pretty good man advantage. It's a 2 versus 5 situation. The spike has already been planted, and Asterisk doesn't feel. I do not feel like they're gonna come up to defuse. They're just saving their weapons. A wise choice indeed, because SHUL, that's a flawless round for sure for them. Man, with just Sheriffs getting a victory, and not just a victory, they have simply dominated this round.
Yeah. Couple of ultimates put in use there, but it worked out perfectly. Neural theft being the most useful one. Usually that ultimate comes in handy in other situations, but this was one of the most important Cypher ultimates that I've seen. And that allowed Hoax to be alive there towards him, and that's exactly why they won the round, because if Hoax couldn't have seen them, he would have probably gotten caught out by Kibo, and that would have been the end of the round, because then that backstab would have been eliminated, and S8UL would have been handicapped for sure while entering that A side.
2v5 already, and SHUL. Now they have a proper buy, and Venka, he got his hands on that operator. Well, we have already seen what this player is capable of, and especially with an operator. Already got a kill while being on the attacking side.
Oh, he's gonna get another. He's playing around with the Sova. Oh, the touch! It just about edged him. It hit his elbow, and he's gonna be able to survive there, and Techno's gonna get out of there as well. I like the aggression from Asterisk, but it's not working out in the right ways that they thought it would. Sending Yash out alone without any trade potential towards that mid region was a bit of a mistake. But now, with that advantage, S8UL decide to march on towards the A-shot position. It's a bit of a split. Kramil trying to keep himself alive. A tripwire as well. That's going to keep him out for a second, but he can jump through it. Ryzen doing a bit of bait work here for him. As the door's been shut, the plant's going to come down. And Asterisk now, again, in a disadvantageous 5v4 retake situation.
Caramel. He does know where RVK is. He does have some idea. There's Halef around the generator area. Oh, not the generator. He's outside.
Oh, wonderful.
The side. Caramel goes down. Oh, an instant trade from Keybone. Venka gets one as well. And SHUL, they are again trying to gain back that momentum they once had.
Yeah.
One knows where I thought Omen could do something from that position. They, for a long time, they had no idea he is in that smoke, but then again, found out and instantly finished him off. Asterisk, they've got 2 good rounds, but after that, SHUL is back with that winning streak.
Oh, Yash. I think he was well set up. Unfortunately, I think if somebody would have come in with him there, would have been an interesting fight to watch. But in the end, S8UL find 2 back, and they're gonna start crippling Acerix once again now. This time outside of A. Once again, their aggression being shown. With no information, they're gonna run out. Techno tries to sell a bit of a phantom here. He's gonna keep himself alive in that smoke. Wanted to play along with his opponent's minds. And while all of this is happening, A shot's already been occupied by the rest of the S8UL players. Venka's kept an eye towards mid just to make sure that there's no flank coming in. But the Initiator and Deadlock, Sova and Deadlock have already gotten a good amount of map control towards A shot. They've also put on the sonic sensor just to make sure that they can keep their eyes on that direction. But in between this, both the controllers face each other, exchange a couple of bullets, chunk of damage on both ends, and now a B split from S8UL.
I think the slowest round we have seen so far. By this time. Oh, there you go, Halef. Ryzen, good control, gets the third one. Ryzen almost changed the trajectory of the game, but Techno with a shorty finishes him off. Still SHUL, they have 1-man shot. RVK.
Yeah, they got no identity. Yeah, but Lil Boy.
Wow.
Yeah, he held that at the right time. I thought he wasn't actually going to expect him there, but he did. Now Techno. He's been known to pull off these clutches before, but it's a 1v3 and all 3 have entered the site together here. Positions will be expected. A lot of sound around the site, but Kibo was ready for the first lane angle. Ascent will get a 3rd round here, but it's looking a little scrappy for them. Their ideas are good. I like how they're playing, but this time they were just saved because of Ryzen's 3K that came in. It was just a tiny bit of a bait position that ended up working for him.
Indeed, it did worked out for him, and then for the overall team, for the whole team, as they've got the third round. But eventually, you'll have to do much more than that if you want to face a team like S8UL, and if you really want to win. It's already a 3-6 score line. They've already fulfilled the quota they needed to in that very first half, and they are still looking pretty aggressive. But let's see. Yash with that operator and RVK trying to make sure nobody comes from behind. Techno will move ahead. Try to Keyboard.
Well, trades are going around, but it's still S8UL in control. Asterisk do have an opportunity here to find one player. That is, if the Hunter's Fury has been activated by Ryzen. He did try it out randomly last time when he got a double kill. Maybe this time around could be the case as well. Caramel holding his cam just to make sure that he's got people spotted on both ends, both towards mid and B main. And the minute he saw that shock dart flying in, he's going to have to retrieve out. Drone flies in. He's been tagged as well. But there's a Hunter's Fury to save him. Here comes the spray down, but there's got Techno running straight in. And through the wall, he finds a broken Caramel, a completely lost Caramel. I'm not sure what exactly he was trying to do. Should have just dived into the site and played for another second or two. But I think Asterisk, again, the final two players need to go for a save here. Ryzen, caught in the top spot, will have to retrieve away. Helev's already taken out his teammate as well. And Ryzen will also face two players, will get one of them. Unfortunately, the Bulldogs not strong enough to kill off both. And that's S8UL with 7 on the board as we head into the last 2 rounds of the half.
Amazing half coming up for S8UL. A 7-3 score line, not bad at all. And just look at that keyboard. A good trade. That was a good trade, although he almost he was trying to get back to the safety and was almost there. But there you go. At this point, Caramel, he got paranoia and was completely blinded to even react. But as you mentioned, he could have dived back to the side, so maybe he could have survived for a few more seconds. But with this, the 7th round in for S8UL, let's see S8UL trying to finish the half with at least an 8-4 score line. Oh, Yash. That was close.
Yeah, but he took a lot of damage in exchange, and that's going to cause him to play a little more safer, although he's already rotated back towards the A side. And here comes the dimensional drift from Venka. Spotted 1, 2, gets a 3rd spot as well. He's basically got them all the information they need. A great flash from him. Does not connect the bullets though. He knows there's 2 players on the side, but he waits for the first contact. Gets a trade from Kibo, but Lil Boy also adds to the misery. And one smoke from him makes it all doable. Lil Boy, the savior for Asterisk. Another 3K, another individual round here from Asterisk. Getting them another round. They can't keep running like this. One player cannot just keep standing up, getting you multi-frags in the round, and you can't expect them to do it every single round. Although it's gotten them 4 rounds so far, I'm not sure if this is going to be able to win them the game.
They'll have to come up with a better and a more sustainable approach if they really want to win this map or the whole BO3 series. Remember, the stakes are pretty high, ladies and gentlemen. This is Acer Predator League India Qualifiers. Whoever becomes the champions gets a direct spot in the Acer Predator League. Venka again trying to peek in mid, and Helev gets Yash once again. Yash seems to be trying so hard, but every single time S8UL outplays him, either damages him or completely finishes him off. And once again, no, Techno. So precise.
Yeah, he's probably going to get a second. No, okay, Kibo. Nice trade back. That's good. But the neural theft once again gives them a lot of value. Karamel's been spotted, but he's got a tripwire to help him out here. But S8UL will instantly charge back to the A side. They've got them completely surrounded. There's only one player there, Kibo. And he needs to be the savior now. His teammates have done it, but unfortunately, he was completely unaware of A main. Holding on to just maybe think that somebody's going to come in from Gen. Not going to be the case. Ryzen with the trade. Now they're going to have to break up the wall and move in into a 2v3. They do have a neural theft, so that could help them out. But how are they going to approach this? A split approach, not going to work out. They are splitting up though. The door's still not broken. Now it finally has been. And Ryzen's actually got one. LF's gone down. Suddenly become a 2v2, but it's Hawks' job to make it easier. Drops down Caramel, walking in from a shot, and now it's just the one man standing on heaven. Once again, Ryzen trying to save his team, but he's got no information, no time either. Shock dart from under heaven, and now he's stuck between two crossfire places and a shorty in both hands. But the better one was, of course, in the hands of Hawks. A 3k for him as S8UL end the half 8-4.
S8UL, the half they were hoping for. They have got a pretty good start, a pretty good half indeed. All they need is 5 more rounds to get this victory secured. This map number 1, a 1-0 lead. Let's see what's gonna happen. Ryzen, although, has tried really well, and he is the top fragger of this whole lobby. Not anyone from the side of S8UL, but Ryzen. Maybe a little bit of effort from the whole team. Asterisk can still come back, can still hope for a good comeback. Let's see what's gonna happen. Techno leading from the other side with 12 kills. The second half begins.
Another pistol. We've got a sheriff on Wenka, so he is going to be looking for first contacts. He did have it towards a shot. They did give him a bit of a pick off, but he's going to have to be forced back now. Rotates back towards B, and it's the right reads as well. So far, LF has been calling pretty solid for this game, and Hawks will deliver one, but the trade is instantaneous. Wenka goes back for another. And that's a headshot delivered. Now the spike is in deep grounds here. If Keep was found out, but they're baiting for him. They're doing everything they can to save their teammate, and he's been saved for now. S8UL have been discouraged. A lot of damage being dealt to them, and they need to keep their players alive. That's all they need to do. While, in the meantime, Asterisk do rotate towards A. RVK is kept here, them busy. A control smoke in the middle of side. This is what Lil Boy used to win his previous round under heaven. Can the other team do it as well? Kipo takes out one. It's up to RVK. Just needs one there, but the jump in, the flood in. Too many targets to shoot. And Techno tries to be a hero, gives up his life. Venka left to do it all.
Let's see, S8UL. Venka, can he do a 1v3? Can he? They have no idea where Venka is, but Venka, even he had no idea where the other two players are.
Yeah, they could have been in behind Jen. That's exactly why he instantly turned around as well, expecting somebody to swing out from that angle. Unfortunately, not going to be the case. He thought somebody's going to come out of the smoke as well. Lil Boy did really well there. Getting that first frag and then following up with Caramel was following up with RVK was very, very important. Now, with the pistol in hand, Asterisk have a chance to close down the gap to 2, maybe even 1 round if possible. A little bit of patience being applied here. They're not gonna go instantly blazing guns. Everybody cooped outside of A side, while Ryzen does his job of trying to fake this out outside of B. He did throw out a couple of utilities over there. And while all of this is happening, Venka has been given the job to hold outside of A main, but he's also going to be rotating here. Goes back towards heaven, plays a bit of a safer angle. The camera's also being used to watch that. And now S8UL are in a bit of a confused state, while Ryzen has dropped into the B side, and he's found RVK by just giving off a sound cue and walking straight into it. This is going to call the rest of Asterisk's attack to run in towards B, because Ryzen has now got an extremely valuable position. But S8UL, if they can just scoop up outside of B main and stop this attack from coming in, then Ryzen's position is going to be of no use.
Oh no. Oh, I thought they saw him. I think they did, but Hawks was lightning fast to secure a pretty good frag, and Ryzen is in the boathouse. Waiting eagerly and waiting for someone to show up. Venka, meanwhile, with a classic in such long range, showing his class once again. But with this S8UL, they've lost 2 rounds in this second half. But the good part is now they're going to come up with a proper buy. Now they'll have some Vandals, they'll have some Phantoms, they'll have everything they need. And this could be their opportunity to turn things around once again.
Well, they do have a full buy, but it is also protected by just a couple of half armors. 1 player only, Venka, having a full armor on him. The rest could be susceptible to this Guardian that's on Yash's hand, but he's been having a bit of a quiet game so far, given his standards. So, hopefully see him kind of start ramping things up in the second half. But speaking of ramping things up, there's quite a bit of an attack here. Presence being shown by both the attack and the defense. And now, LF forced to put down the sonic sensor towards his side of the map. Keep himself protected for now, not allow anybody to just jump in if they want to. But that was Asterisk's whole idea. They just wanted to see where this deadlock's being played. And now that they know that LF's here, but he's already ready to put down a wall, they don't want to give him the opportunity to do so outside of A main. And that's exactly why they're just going to quiet things down and rotate back towards A shot. Wall's been put down, and this is exactly the time for Lil Boy to throw down a smoke, but they've already recovered the positions. Here comes the ultimate. The null command's going to come through, and Helef has to concede this position, and Ryzen's already found Venka through the smoke.
A 6-8 already, and here comes the very first frag for S8UL. Techno gets the second one, a third one for the team. But with this S8UL, as we expected, as soon as they've got those weapons, they've got those guns, even Ryzen is pretty low. Oh, they already have some idea where he is. RBK spots him, gets him with the Guardian he bought. But with this, it's a 6-9 score line, and S8UL, after losing those rounds, those 2 early rounds, they are so back in the game. And Asterisk, I wonder if they have a proper buy for this round or not.
They will. I think they will have at least a couple of rifles for sure. They did play a bit of a bonus. I think only one player was able to invest into that round, so I don't think there's a problem in this round for them in terms of weaponry. But S8UL want to go on a bit of the attack here. Techno and Helef both holding on towards a shot, and Helef was eager on the peak, and Yash destroys him, but Venka delivers a similar blow onto Karamil. So both sides have lost a sentinel each, but unfortunately for Asterisk, S8UL will have one more in their arsenal, and that's going to help them keep the B side in control, at least for now. That's exactly where Asterisk are cooped out. A call's been made. Back towards mid they go again, and a drone to maybe clear out close angles. Ryzen's going to send it above, and a short smoke as well to help him out. Clears out every single close angle. Pizza's opened up. Market still needs to be checked, but a knife from Kibo is going to do that. And now they should know this is a very slow B hit, but the door's been closed off here. This could allow them to slip into the back of spawn and head in towards A. Asterisk are known to do stuff like this. And this is completely split up S8UL, but look at what they're doing to counter this. They've pushed up both their players from A shot down towards mid, and they might just find players at the right time here. It's a triple split push here. Lil Boy coming in for the first contact. Kibo and him have cleared off every single angle. Now it's just the side. 2 big smokes across the side here, and this could be problematic. A tripwire. It helps out Techno to find the first. Flash gives them one. Paranoid to another, but RBK taps Kibo straight in the head. One by one, they just fall to pieces. And what a hold from S8UL. That one single tripwire caused a little bit of chaos, and behind that, everybody from Asterisk just started getting a little panicky. They wanted to enter the site. They wanted to just go in and fight, because those 2 big smokes from the Omen that had been put down was so problematic. They had no information.
Whew. A little chaos, a little element can completely change the round, and as you rightly mentioned, a little bit of chaos, and the whole team of Asterisk panicked all along, and then S8UL, they did the rest by themselves. But with this, it's a 6-10 scoreline, and S8UL, they are just 3 rounds away from securing this particular map. Remember, it's going to be a 1-0 lead if they did this, and it's a BO3, right? Whoever wins 2 matches first, they'll be the winners of the whole BO3 series. But with this, Asterisk, they've already got some pretty good rounds, and remember, they've got 6 rounds. They've got they can get 7 more. But can they? Can they do that before S8UL does? There you go, Yash goes down without getting a frag once again.
Oh, Venka finds a double and gets out instantly. He is going for the third now. The confidence is soaring high. Looking for the ace. Goes for the fourth. And he finishes up the ace as well. A shot becomes a cemetery for him. And Venka is the caretaker.
Vanka is on fire, doing what his team expects from him, what his followers expects from him. Just look at this. Chat dashes in. Vanka gets a frag. Techno goes down. And Techno, he couldn't even process what just happened. All the 5 players directly pushed in front of him. But after that, Vanka gets a frag, backs off for a little bit, and comes back, gets 4 more in just a few seconds. But finally, a tactical timeout from the side of Asterisk, a much needed one, because one more round and S8UL will be on a match point.
Absolutely. 11 rounds, not easy to be under pressure of having lost so many rounds, and especially after one of their players has just hit an ace. And if you want to hit aces like Venka, you might want to take the Predator Helios Neo 16 AI, ladies and gentlemen. The jungle's fiercest Predator has come in from Acer with the Intel Core Ultra 9 processor, 275HX, and the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070. And it tears through games like a panther on the prowl. And experience all of this on 240Hz refresh rate screen that tracks every move with the precision of a hunting hawk. And if you don't remember it just yet, if you buy a Predator Helios, you get a gaming monitor free for every purchase. And also behind that, a cashback of 5,000 and instant bank discount offers of up to 15,000 rupees.
So why waste any more time? Go ahead in the description, check out all the links given below. You guys can order right now, and you can take advantages of all the offers, all the cashbacks available right now. But back to the game, it's a 6-11 scoreline, and S8UL, they've lost a single player. The single round can lead to a comeback from the side of Asterisk. That's why S8UL will try whatever they can. RBK, his position has already been compromised. Gets 1, gets 2. Oh, it's Hoax. Perfect cover for RBK. Hoax is still in the boathouse. Yash, does he know? Yes, he does. But can he secure the frag? No, he cannot. Asterisk. That was a 5v4. Now it's a 1v2. Can Lil Boy do it?
Yeah. Oh, they're trying to double up, but they don't even need it. Techno, he's enough. He is the stronghold of S8UL right now. He's been their best. And he can take care of everybody by himself. Once again, a bit of confusion from Asterisk. Positioning from RVK was amazing. Playing around the green boxes, has support in the name of Hoax as well. And in the end, Lil Boy forced to be another hero. Not gonna work. Ultimates, multiple available for S8UL, including the Dimensional Drift. And Asterisk are now going to be forced to play on whatever weapons they can afford. Half armors, couple of secondary weapons, if at all, because this round is getting away from them. Yash does have his knives though. The blades are active, and he's being chased to the B side to be able to use them, where it is the right read. Asterisk are heading into a site where there's only one player available, and that's RVK. He does have a tripwire to be able to catch Yash if he decides to dash in towards the switchboard. But they're going to first clear out the close angles. Ryzen does have a drone available, and now Hoax is coming to help him as well. The tripwire is going to be spotted, but here comes the null command to clear out all the trips. Yash now sent on a killing mission, but Hoax spots one, gets a second as well. RVK triples up with him, and Asterisk are looking at the end of their line here. It could be the end of this game, but Lil Boy wants to keep it alive. Both the players, though, very, very low, and one dimensional drift could change all of this. LF keeping an eye on the right side. Venka's gonna come in. Look at the first side of the lane. Lil Boy does get LF, but Venka is ready and waiting. And now the dimensional drift to finish things off. He's got Techno behind him. From the days of Chillcore, these two have been together. They've been best friends on server, and they will finish off the game here as well. S8UL with the first map in their hand. 13-6 they finish.
Indeed, an amazing game from the side of S8UL. The control they had for the whole game was phenomenal. Every single round, they were so calculative, they were so in control. And Asterisk,
Yeah.
even though they've tried so hard, and even though they've got 6 rounds, it's not an easy task to even get 6 rounds against a team of S8UL's caliber. But for a moment, I really thought this could be a comeback. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is a BO3, right? And who knows what happens in the upcoming maps. Maps matters a lot when it comes to Valorant.
Absolutely. Corrode is coming up next, and that is going to be, of course, that is Asterisk pick. They went for the New Age map, and while
Wow.
I love watching Corrode, I love how people are bringing up new ways to play it, although there is a very clear set way of playing with the Viper and Omen as a double controller setup. The Deadlock is pretty useful as well. A lot of teams, even in Tier 1 right now, using Chamber sometimes when it comes to it, if they want to play a bit aggressive. But it is a map where you see a lot of variety. In the Pacific, it has been amazing. Let's see what our boys can cook up in our region, because this Predator League is only heating up more and more. But first map, really, really entertaining. S8UL, of course, were clearly better in most of the situations. There were a couple of rounds where I felt like Asterisk could have done better, where they seemed like they were a little lost. The ideas are there. I like it. Like, for example, that one round where Yash was set up with a recon and a flash to jump in towards mid, and he did the updraft dash, and they were ready for even that. So the ideas are there. Every time Yash was caught in mid near pizza area, he was always alone. There was nobody to support the duelist, which I agree is not a bad idea for a duelist like Jet. Of course, he can dash out of there, get to safety. But Yash was constantly being caught out there. He was being absolutely read like a book. So it should have been a little more, I would say, well refined. Maybe somebody from A Shot should have come in to put the pressure so that he could be a little bit more free roaming. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. The one and only time I saw Yash do anything, really valuable for his team was when he picked up the op. But even after that, S8UL were ready for that as well. So this was clearly an S8UL game.
Indeed, it was, and a single minor change can completely change the trajectory of the game, right? And that is what happened with Jet as well. Maybe if they could have done something, maybe a single thing differently, the results might have differed by a huge margin. But with this, game number 1 belonged to S8UL. But now I remember that very first BO3 that I've been casting, right? Semi-final number 1. And I still remember GG Easy dominated the Red Syndicate in the same manner. But the second map pick was from the side of Red Syndicate, and we have seen a counter domination, and man, what a domination it was, especially with from the side of, I think, UV. Yeah, UV, the way that player utilized that operator. So who knows, maybe we might get to see something like that on Corrode, as that is going to be their own map pick.
Yeah, I believe Yash might just play the Neon. I know he's very proficient on the Filipino agent. So he should, if he picks it up, I'm going to be very excited, because I know Neon works really well on that map as well. But again, it depends on what exactly is the team feeling right now. It is, of course, their map pick. But let's have a look at the stats, shall we? We've got a couple of numbers here for this map for you guys to enjoy. Of course, Venka right on top there with 24 and 14, 290 ACS from him, and 5 first bloods as well. So he is, of course, the front runner as the MVP. But I have to give it to every single member on S8UL, because it never seemed like there was not a round where S8UL were not playing as a team. Whereas Asterisk, they needed individuals to kind of step up and do more for their team, right? And it didn't feel like that for S8UL, because everybody was trading. They were in good positions. They were good crossfires. Overall, S8UL better team, and Asterisk can probably do a little bit more with their team gameplay.
Let's see what it does, because Corrode is already on our way. That is going to be the next map, and if they do improve their team game, they can still make a comeback. But our MVP, that goes to Venka with a total of 21 kills and just 14 deaths. Very impressive KD, and an ACS of 290, damage per round of 193.21. So all the stats are pretty amazing for Venka, and we have seen some pretty good rounds from this player. Some wow moments. I think most of the wow moments were from this player only.
Yeah, I mean, he did get an ace. He made that A shot his own. So it is going to be, very good game for him. So I expect that he's going to be able to do that in the next one as well. Not sure what agent he's going to be playing, but I really, really like the start that he's gotten.
Even me too, but I think he's an amazing player, right? And Universe, we can expect this kind of gameplay from him in future as well. But let's take a look at our Acer Predator League teaser, and we'll be back after a short while.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As we've got map 2 coming up, but before that, Clashing, I want to ask you, do you like, what color is your setup theme like? Usually people like a certain color, like, a lot of them have black, full matte black. What color is your setup like right now?
Well, right now, as of now, I have so many mixed colors, but I'd love to have a proper matte white setup, right? Because I like the aesthetic of white so much.
Yeah, you do. I mean, if you want one something like that, you could go for the Nitro Light 16, which, by the way, is a bold new look for the battlefield. And the Acer Nitro 16 Lite drops with a clean white finish with a lot of firepower to back it up. It is powered by the 13th gen Intel Core processors and with NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 graphics. And this machine just doesn't keep it up with the fashion, it takes over with its power as well. It has a 16-inch WXG IPS display which pushes 165 hertz with for ultra smooth frames with a dual fan, dual intake, dual exhaust thermal system, keeping everything cool for you, just like how the color white is. When you look at the laptop, you feel like, oh my god, that's so lovely. You want to be that cool gamer. And when the action, of course, it heats up, it keeps your laptop very, very efficient. And of course, just because we gamers love that WASD, customization, it stands out for fast finger placement, and the dedicated Copilot key brings instant access for you to use AI for tools built for anything that you want to do on your laptop at incredible speeds. So if you like the white aesthetic with a great amount of accessibility in terms of the power of your computer, then maybe the Nitro Lite 16 is for you. But while Clashing is probably going to check out that in the description link, you guys should also.
Sure.
Let's talk about map 2. Corrode is coming up. Clashing, I want to know from you, what do you think about this map in general? Have you played a lot of this map? What are your favorite agents? What agents do you not like on this? Or do you just not like the map at all?
I would say I just do not like the map at all. And yeah, I haven't played much of Corrode. I have played some matches on it, and I think the map is good. But there are certain maps that kinda you're calling, right? You see them and you are like so excited to play on those maps, right? I wouldn't say
Yeah.
Corrode is one of those for me, but maybe for Team Artist, because it has to be. Otherwise, S8UL is
Yeah.
already crushing them.
Absolutely, and they have to be a little worried right now because with the scoreline that was, kind of showcased in that first map, 13-6 is not an easy defeat to kind of swallow down because you didn't really give as much competition as you would have hoped to. Yes, first half 8-4 was really good, but after that pistol on and the second, anti-eco round of the second half, they didn't win a single round, which means after the pistol and anti-eco, S8UL won everything. So they went straight from 8 to 13 with no problems in between. And now this is going to be their mapping. This is going to be their playground. What are going to be their strategies coming in? I like I mentioned, the ideas are there. The execution slightly falls off the mark here for Asterisk. And that, of course, can be fixed with a lot more practice, with a lot more playtime. Experience, of course, helps with it. But they need to win their duels. At the end of the day, you can have all these ideas, but if the ideas don't get you your first frags, if they don't get you the advantage that you're looking for, then there doesn't seem to be any point to kind of, free flowing with these ideas. You might as well do a bit of defaulting, because if you're good with the aim on defaults, you will definitely win. All you needed to keep it is just straight crosshair pointed at the head and shoot. Simple as that. That's what S8UL were doing really well by adding a little bit of teamwork with crossfires, a couple of angle setups with their own smokes, and the rightly timed utility. That's why they won Ascent so comfortably. And now Corrode is a map where I want to see what the composition is going to look like. Are they going to continue with that Cypher Lock double sentinel setup, which is a very popular one even on this map? But what agents do you prefer on this?
Well, I'd love to watch a Neon, right? I think you have already mentioned, right, that Yash loves to play a Neon on this map. If he comes up with a Neon, I believe I'll enjoy that a lot. But I'm hoping that he'll give us a better performance than what he did with a Jet in the previous map of Ascent. So let's see what's gonna happen. What all are these people gonna pick, and especially what Venka is gonna pick, right? Because it was a delight to watch him play on the map of
Oh.
Ascent.
Okay, that's an interesting play here. Both teams have gone for the double controller. The Viper Omen, like I mentioned, it is pretty much the meta on this map. Viper keeps things very, very good in terms of map control, especially on defense. You got Neon on one side, you got the Yoru back again on Venka on the other. Fade on both sides and a Vice as well. So it's pretty much an exactly similar comp except for the duelists. And that exact, paradigm was the difference in the previous map where Venka was on top of everything and Yash, not so good of a game, was actually struggling. But maybe this Neon could help him turn things around. It is an agent that he is very proficient on. And Corrode, of course, is a map where this agent does do wonders. But will that Vice RVK be able to isolate him out well is the big question. And where exactly is the set? What exactly is the setup looking like? That is what I'm looking forward to. Let's head into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Corrode is up and coming, and we've got S8UL on the defense first. And it seems like Asterisk want to play a bit of a fake towards B. They do have their Fade positioned outside there. So probably going to send out a Prowler to try and maybe sell out an early fake here so that the rest can start walking out towards A.
Well, let's see what's gonna happen on this map of Corrode. It is their pick, so they'll try to dominate it for sure since this round number 1. But S8UL, they're already a dangerous team. They're already a dominating team. But with a 1-0 lead, I wonder what kind of domination or what kind of aggression we can expect from them. Look at this RVK. He knows, but he won't be able to do anything because Ryzen will take him out before that.
Yeah, they're just going to start flooding in. But this is a very good smoke from Hawks here. He's not going to be able to stop Yash. A sliding Neon comes in and straight to the dome, delivers a bullet. And that's going to give them the sight as well. Another strong pistol here by the looks of it from Asterisk. And Karamel's going to make it a lot more worse for S8UL. Last 2 players left. Venka has to check the close angle. He does have no support here. One flash. Checks the first angle, gets the one, gets a second as well. Goes back for the reload, unharmed at the moment. Has to walk in though, clears out every single angle. Worried about elbow at the same time. LF takes the first contact, sees one, gets one. Will get the trade though. And now it's up to Venka once again. He was the MVP of the previous map. Could be the MVP of the first round here as well. Delivers the headshot, follows it up with a leg shot, but a little boy up for the clutch. Will deliver the pistol to his team. But this was a 5v2 which came down to a 1v1 in the end. Asterisk, great start, but not that cool of a finish. Needed another individual round.
Amazing performance from both the teams, especially from Venka. Phenomenal 1v3 to begin this map number 2. S8UL already leading with a 1-0 scoreline. If Venka, if Venka gets in touch, if Venka gets back in the form, gains back the momentum he had in the previous game, it's gonna be a pretty big problem for Asterisk. RVK. This time. Stepping out. Do they have some idea? Yes, they do. Because of the Prowler, will easily finish him off. Ryzen gets the frag, and once again, S8UL struggling with no buy and a big numbers at disadvantage.
Yeah, simple, easy A take here for Asterisk. They're going to be able to hold on to this post plant. Hopefully this time around it doesn't turn out to be as much of a massacre as the previous one was, even though they won the round. Hawks through the smoke, a bit of a mistake. Didn't have anybody swinging out with him, and Kibo through the smoke as well. Spams down, LF. Techno, been spotted, heard, trying to play around, maybe looking for one kill at the most, but Yash, he will eat a bullet and he will spit it out as well. Everybody from Asterisk survive, and that is a very good anti-eco for Asterisk. 2 rounds on the board. S8UL will have the full buy now on their hands as a wall towards mid from Asterisk, maybe looking for a bit of an aggressive mid control. It is looking likely with the players situated around this. And on the other side, S8UL, a very heavy stack on A at the moment. They've got Venka there as well. And it seems like Venka and Hawks will be taking control of A link. And a deep smoke from S8UL to hold off any control from the attackers.
There you go. This has to be a good round for S8UL. Yes, it is, because Venka gets a pretty good frag. Yash with a counter frag in the form of Helef. S8UL. They're well aware of the fact that they need this round. Somehow, anyhow. There goes Venka. Good flash indeed, but Caramel was ready to rock. Gets Venka as well as Techno, and once again it is S8UL who's the one struggling. Vice is pretty low though.
Yeah, he is pretty low. Ramil needs to be careful. It is a very doable round here. Ryzen's coming all the way up from B main, so he's got another third angle for S8UL to worry about. All they need to do right now. Oh, he teleported right into a smoke on top there, giving a bit of verticality, but they spot out the first. Comes out the swing here. Yash will get that one though from heaven. It's up to Hawks. Gets one. Unfortunately, will not be able to break that crossfire. Asterisk will win the bonus, and this is a very, very good start for them, considering how the previous map went.
S8UL still struggling to get even a single round. RBK Techno is still struggling to secure even a single frag. No frags as of now. S8UL held with a single frag. Venka got 4. 3 of those came in the very first round itself. S8UL, they'll shortly need to figure something out as soon as possible. But they're all again on an eco, so yeah, there's no chance of winning this one. Maybe they can try to secure as many frags as possible to maybe try to retrieve a weapon or two if possible. But yeah, Ryzen. Yeah. They're playing slow.
Yeah, they're going to take their time. They don't want to make the same mistakes as they did the previous time. Prowlers exchange towards mid. Both the Fates did send one out just to make sure that these Viper walls can be safely navigated through. And they've gone in towards A-Link, sending another Prowler there. And it's a decent stack here from S8UL, considering that they've got 3 players on site. As soon as that sheer wall triggers, he's going to trigger that Razor Vine. That's going to keep out A main for a bit. But the rest of the players have already come in through that A-Link side. The elbow's been opened up. Here comes Yash, but the seize is good. And he's still gonna get down with 2. Helef will get one trade back though, and that's a Phantom that could be retrievable because the rest of the team from Asterisk have already decided to run back towards mid. Venka did push in and try to get a flank on, but the sheer wall did find out his position. So Asterisk now worried about multiple angles, but they've got the A side opened up, thankfully, due to a little bit of calmness in their approach this time around. Waited, went back towards mid as they hoped that one player, that was Lil Boy, could open up stuff for them. And he did. Now he's got 2 players in front of him. First one does not connect it at all. What? That is a whiff and a half, and Techno takes him out. 2 Phantoms, 2 players. It's a 2v3. An extremely possible round, but time is of the essence here. Ryzen just making sure that the second player has been cleared off, but both of them will be dealt with. Ryzen and Kibo find 1 each. Asterisk will have their 4th.
Asterisk. It seems like they're a totally different team, and that's what I was expecting when I told you on the desk that in the very first BO3 of the day, that is semi-finale number 1 of the upper bracket, we have seen a similar scenario. We have seen how Team Red Syndicate lost the very first game, but in the second game, that was the pick, that was the map pick. They've dominated in quite a similar manner, and that's what they are doing at the moment. S8UL trying to find a breakthrough. A single breakthrough is all they need. Even if they can somehow figure out a way to score maybe a 7-5 score line in this very first half, that's going to be a pretty good score for them.
Yeah, there's a swap of a setup here though, as Venka finds the first. I was going to just point out that both the Viper and the Vice have exchanged positions. The Viper wall's been shifted up as well from the A main side. It's gone towards mid from A, and he's got a Razor Vine to help him out there, while the Sheer War's already been heard. And look at this here. A bit of an fake being tried, sold. That ultimate was very useful, but can he find an opening? They know exactly where he is, the Omen. He needs to be very, very careful. Venka, he's fully aware of the fact that Ryzen's lurking around the shadows here, but he's gotten away. After putting that on ult, he's gone straight towards mid, and everybody now heading in towards the A side through the link position. And this has been completely made aware by Hawks. He's put down the smoke right outside of elbow. But the site has to be conceded. S8UL will play on the retake, thankfully, because they've got a very good ultimate to allow it. And that's the dimensional drift from the Yoru.
Dimensional drift. Ryzen gets LF. Techno gets Ryzen. A pretty good trade there. And S8UL. Oh, Venka on that operator gets a frag. RBK gets one. And S8UL for the very first time looking like they're going to win this round. And yes, they will. They will win this round. RBK goes on to defuse the spike. But yep, he will defuse the spike. Whew. They'll get plenty of ultimates in the next round. Although asterisk, they've already got 4 ultimates. They can utilize those to secure a round pretty easily.
Yeah. I liked Ryzen's teleport that he used the ultimate from the shadows all the way to the opponent's spawn. And the fact that he actually got out of there without taking any sort of damage was insane. But in the end, it didn't work out because he was flushed all the way back to mid, had to go in with the rest of his team. So the crossfire, the split approach that they were hoping to kind of sandwich and use towards A main, A side just could not be executed. And now, I said you will continue with the same setup, and Hellef's already found one towards mid. Just spamming straight down, and Venka doubles it up. Goes for a third, unfortunately will be caught straight out, gate crashing out. But it's still S8UL with the advantage. They've dropped down 2, they've got the man advantage. Trying to cycle through smokes here. Viper Op's gonna go down, the Siege is not gonna catch any, but the paranoia is good. Bit of a bait here to try and set up Hawks. Techno has to do most of the work here. Kibo holding with his back exposed, and that's going to be a problem. If Hawks had just kind of taken another step or two there, he would have found. And now here it is. They find the first, but he's actually taking him down. Hawks baiting for his team, but it works out in the end. 2 versus 3. Viper Spit being activated to keep control of the site. The plant's going to go down, but the Nightfall's been used to stop them. A Seize is going to hold them down as well. Spam's coming across every angle, and Hawks makes it into a 1v2. Lil Boy does get the trade back. He's pretty healthy. Drops the Viper Spit, and right in front of him is RBK, and he actually swings onto him. Helef, last man standing. Spike in front of his eyes, and Lil Boy has to be very, very careful about every angle he approaches, and he checks him as well. The reflexes on this boy are amazing, and Helef just could not clutch it out. Asterisk, find a 5th.
Asterisk. And that was almost an S8UL round after Venka got that early frag. Venka could have walked out of that situation. He could have made sure that S8UL wins. But the situation went downhill after that very first frag. S8UL, they were pretty close. Even Hawks got 2. But in the end, it is Asterisk. Got the 5th round in their arsenal. A 5-1 scoreline now. S8UL Helef with a classic now. They do not have a bye once again. Caramel gets the very first frag. Yash moving ahead with the Neon. Oh, it's Venka once again with a Sheriff this time. Connects and headshot. Yash might push in. Yes, he knows where Venka is, but he'll back off immediately. Teleports from the point. Oh, Venka, you beauty. Once again, a phenomenal headshot. And S8UL, even though it's an eco, they are the ones with a man advantage so far.
Yeah, Venka delivers the 3rd out of the flash, and he's got 2 teammates jumping out of the smoke. They find the penultimate kill, and this is going to leave Ryzen alone. Another clutch required. It was the Viper last time. Lil Boy this time is going to be Ryzen, and he's going to just pick up the orb as well. He's going to get close to his ultimate, and he's going to run all the way back from mid. S8UL got 2 players, and they're just going to clear out every single person they can. Every single angle they can, forgive me. Ryzen, he's just playing around, going towards A. Going to pick up the orb outside of A as well. And he's going to have the ultimate in his hand. And they should be aware of this now. They know that this is here. They pick up this. They let him pick up the spike. He's got nothing else to do. Oh, wait. Never mind. He doesn't check behind him. Ryzen, what have you done? What have you done? should have just picked up the spike and gone back towards him, and he had everything in his hands, but he just decided to look at one angle and does not check behind him.
Asterisk. And now S8UL, they have 4 ultimates online. They have a Dimensional Drift, Viper's Pit, and 2 more ultimates. Oh, Techno, he's gonna utilize that Viper's Pit to secure B site immediately, and Venka gets Yash. Ultimate got wasted as well. Venka gets a frag. Venka is on fire. That 3k with a Sheriff in the previous round. That was the basis of the round victory for S8UL, but RVK with a Vandal. Waiting for the perfect opportunity. Asterisk. Only 3 players remaining. Kibo spots him, connects a shot, but no, won't be able to secure a frag.
Yeah, Karamil does make it easier for them to enter the B site. And Helef, he understands that there's one right below him, and he's right to understand that as well, but Ryzen's already crawled past him, and Venka's ready for him. Karamil does trade back in the form of RVK, but he's all alone now towards mid, and he's on 4 HP, and he's got Hawks on the other end. 2 rounds, 6 kills for Venka as he brings back his ultimate in his hand, and S8UL have 3 in their pockets. But they still have a little bit of work to do. Asterisk do have 2 pretty good ultimates, and with those ultimates on the back of how to use them, Antidote calls a timeout.
A much needed timeout indeed it is. Asterisk. Well, they've lost plenty of rounds considering the way they've started their domination at the beginning of the game. I really thought they're not going to stop in this first half at least.
Yeah. Well, whether or not they stop, there's one thing that cannot be stopped from Acer. That is the Swift Lite 14 AI, which is smarter tech, sleeker design, and it is your ultra light, ultra fast AI sidekick. You fire up this dedicated co-pilot key on it and let the built-in intelligence handle the heavy lifting. With a 1.1 kg metal body, a vibrant OLED WXGA display, and a super slim 15.9mm profile, this PC is built to think fast, look sharp, and move even more faster. And with every single Swift series purchase you make, you also get a free Acer sling bag.
Wow. So you're getting so many things, and also there are chances of so many bank discount, instant bank discounts up to 15,000 INR depending on the product. So go ahead, check out the links given in the descriptions below of all the products available on sale. But back to the game, RVK. S8UL and Venka are so back in the game. I think this is the 3rd consecutive first blood for Venka. RVK?
Yeah, it is. Oh man. That is so good from RVK. The awareness to be able to understand that somebody's going to jump straight into the smoke. But Asterisk find 2 back. They make it a 2v3. But Venka's on the prowl. He's hungry for blood. And he will find it. Will try to get away, but no! The bullets! Keepo forgot that he has to reload. He thought he'd be able to tap Venka out, but unfortunately does not connect. And that gives Venka the one and only opportunity he needs to seal the round. He gets a 4K and also the 4th round for his team. Absolutely wonderful stuff here from the duelist of S8UL.
This is real Venka. No doubt he's gonna lead the charts to become the MVP of the tournament. And remember, there's a separate huge prize for the MVP itself. But yeah, there you go, Helef in front of them, trying to slow them down. And once again, Venka gets the first blood. 4th time in a row, I believe. And Techno, he's getting all the sound. He does know. You peek in, you go down, gets one, but it is Hopes who gets the frag.
Oh! He gets a 3K. He sprays down 3 of them together. The first one was good, but the second and third even better. RVK finishes up the round. And in the midst of all of this, that operator has got no answer being told. Venka's unstoppable right now. Every single round, he's having an impact. And by the way, this is his 11th kill in just 4 rounds. And that's thrown him all the way up to 18.
Wow. I don't know what's going to be, what this number is going to look like at the end of the game. He's already at 18 kills. If this keeps up at this pace, he can easily get, 35, 36 kills? Let's see what's going to happen. This man is on fire. And, the way he's using that operator, those first bloods, they're going to play a key role as well. They're already playing a key role in converting those rounds. Techno, again, holding a crucial angle. While Asterisk is losing all the momentum now. They had a huge lead to begin with, but now the things are already at equalizer.
Yeah. Once again, the setup change. It's making Asterisk uncomfortable. They're not okay with the way things are constantly being poked around by S8UL. They're moving their players so often, so quick. Asterisk actually have no idea where exactly is the most opportunistic outcome for them. Ryzen, once again, just keeping his wits about, keeping S8UL busy outside of B main, while the rest of his teammates try and find an opening towards mid. They have no issues. S8UL have no issues giving up mid as long as they've got control of information and peaks like just Hoax just did. And they're going to walk into an op if they go straight towards that A-link side. But no, they change. Oh, wait! Ryzen! He crosses pathways with Techno. Techno's got behind him for some reason. And he had no idea about clearing that angle. Ryzen finds the opening. And now it's up to Helef. And he's going to get taken out by Yash as well. That is a humongous blunder. Techno, not like him to usually not check these kind of angles. And S8UL might have to now save this round. Although they've got a lot of money on their shoulders, it doesn't seem like this is a round that's doable for them. Unless I'm proven wrong here. Caramel. Close angle. Knows exactly where AVK is coming from. And oh, Venka. Okay. Turning out to be a bit of a problem here. It's a 2v3 suddenly from a 2v5. We've seen this happen before. It came down to a 1v1 in the end. But Ryzen's playing for the round. He just wants to win this half as much as he possibly can. And Ryzen and Kibo will secure that as well. A small little mistake from Techno costs S8UL their 6th round.
Whew. And Asterisk, they've got some kind of momentum with that round. A single mistake, a small mistake, not checking that angle. And if he had done that, he could have easily got that frag as well. Man, Ryzen was already busy smoking the area. But with this, it's a 5-6 scoreline. And even a 6-6 half is not going to be bad at all for S8UL. I love how Venka is sitting at the top of the pedestal with, 19 eliminations. And the second a player to him has just 10. That's the difference. This man is proving himself to be the best out there. S8UL Helef gets Yash this time. The opponent duelist gone. It's not gonna be easy to get the site entry now. Caramel. Just look at that. Caramel already knows that Venka is out there. Venka is seeking blood.
Yeah. They're just not. This time they prioritized mid a lot more. Once again, they have kept control of it. S8UL. This time they changed it actually. They were keeping passive control. This time they went aggressive and now back towards A they go. And they want to re-clear this angle. Wonderful first shot RVK, but he does get traded off instantly. And Venka had no opportunity there. He instantly had hit the gate crash even before he could take a peek because he saw RVK at the first blood. He just wanted to play safe. Ryzen uses his ultimate. Trying to play around now. Both the players have shorties holding on behind the smokes. On a flash, does not go through it, he waits for it, and Venka's patience pays off its reward. And now the Dimensional Drift has been put down. It's the final round, of course, of the half, so Dimensional Drift will be used to clear out every single angle he possibly can. Spots out one, knows that the second is here as well, comes out of his dimension, and now the Viper's Spit to secure as much space as possible. Kibo will get the plant down. One away from the Nightfall. If he gets a kill, it could be a big ultimate to use. But I don't know why Lil Boy decided to just go out of the smoke like that. And now it's all up to Kibo. 1v2. Has an ultimate, but has a paranoia in his face. Took out the player blinded. But Hoax is there to secure the day. Half time approaches and nothing to separate these two teams.
S8UL, Asterisk. Both the teams at the equal pedestal. But then again, the momentum has been favoring S8UL for the past few rounds, right? Asterisk, they've started off at a very with a decent domination. They've got plenty of rounds to begin with. S8UL, they've been struggling, but after that, we have seen so many good rounds from S8UL and Asterisk. We already know that one single round, a single mistake, a tiny bit of mistake costed S8UL a whole round. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen in the second half, because if S8UL can carry forward this momentum, if Venka can just play the way he's playing, he's going to destroy the whole of Asterisk.
Yeah, absolutely. This second half is going to be just as explosive as the first. While Asterisk did start off with a great pistol, had a lead of 4-1 in their hands. 5-1 actually at a certain point. S8 will have equaled up this half, which is amazing, a tremendous comeback here. And now they're looking to double, triple that up. Caramel on site is going to get absolutely overpowered while Hoax jumps in, Techno as well. And these classics do the heavy lifting for S8UL. They survived with 5 as they head into the post plant. And Ryzen is just waiting for his teammate to come and join him. As they, okay, now that's one little burst and Hoax finds him for free. And Kibo just waiting maybe to die as well, but the spot has come through. Information's there. Kibo's been harmed and he will be completely taken out as well. Techno with a 3k as S8 will win a flawless pistol.
S8UL, that's a pretty good start to the second half. All they need to do is just carry the momentum forward, which they are very well capable of doing so. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, this is the upper bracket semi-finals number 2, S8UL versus Asterisk. Round number 2. Whoever, if S8UL wins this, they are going to the upper bracket finals. If Asterisk wins this, we are going to the third map, the decider map of the BO3 series. 7-6 scoreline, S8UL with a decent buy, a better buy indeed. Oaks gets one, Yash goes down once again. Venka, 1, 2, 3. Venka gets the round, a flawless one coming up for S8UL. But Universe, we haven't seen the kind of gameplay we were expecting from Yash if he picked Neon, right? I really want to see him going on a rampage just like Venka.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not? We would love to, but unfortunately, what I thought was going to be the case, it's the Neon's just not working out for them as much as we thought it would. Yeah, he's got a couple of moments here and there. He did use the overdrive just the one time. The ultimate did not work. He was instantly shut down as well. But I hope this defensive half could be his game. If he's also going to be able to use the op just like Venka, maybe it works out. But Asterisk, for the moment, of course, will not be utilizing the services of that big, bad one-shot weapon. They're going to have to play a little bit safe. Asterisk do have a full buy, but they have been damaged a little bit. Mid control has been conceded by S8UL, but now comes the re-clear. Deep smoke, Prowler to follow it up. Close angles have been made sure that they are not plagued by any Asterisk players, and now they're walking into the mid cavity. Just making sure that every single looking corner is covered off, and Yash has found Techno on the lurk towards A main. While all this is happening, S8UL want to burst out of the smoke towards deep mid, and Lil Boy's waiting for them. Has given a little bit of damage onto the fade. You're gonna have to be careful here. And Keyboard's on the back line. I'm not sure why Helev with a knife jumping into that smoke like nobody's gonna be there. Should have expected that. Should be better over there. And Asterisk have managed to curb this S8UL team in their full buy round with a flawless themselves as they put up 7 on the board. A bit of a mistake here from S8UL's side. A couple of odd movements. Didn't really need it. But they ended up doing it, and now they pay the price for it. Although now they have a full buy. It was a bonus in the previous one.
Whew. Let's see how this full buy is going to play out for S8UL. Asterisk, a much needed round. They've got a much needed round, an important round, because if they would have lost that full buy round, the game was pretty much over for them, right? But now they still have some hope. They have a buy. They have an economy. They are in the race. 8-7 score line, not much of a difference. Asterisk. Let's see who's going to get that first blood. We have seen so many first bloods from the side of Venka. But now asterisk, as they are the ones on the defensive side, being very careful, extremely careful, as to not give any sight to the S8UL Prowler. No intel to Kibo as of now, but S8UL, they are waiting for the right time to strike.
They're gonna take their steps one by one, slowly and silently. And while all of this is happening, mid is being constantly put down with bullets, and Hawks will put down Kibo for this round, and that instantly makes Helef decide that the A side is more than easy for grabs. But Lil Boy and Ryzen say, absolutely not, my friend. We're not gonna let you pass through. And now it's Helef to try and be the hero. Finds the first, and that's gonna be Hawks, who uses the timing of his captain to move in and get the penultimate frag. Lil Boy now, full HP though, no utility, and has to look for a 1v3 clutch, because S8UL are right now at the cusp of a very, very important round. They win this, asterisk will be losing a bit of their money in the bank. Next round might be a couple of half armors, but S8UL will be feeling strong and sturdy. RVK with a big finish here, or 10 HP, could have been taken out, but he will stand strong, and this was the moment there. Finding Yash at the right time, the lurk working out perfectly, and S8UL now have a 2-round cushion between them and their opponent.
And at the same time, asterisk, I wonder what kind of buy they're coming up with in this round. A 9-7 scoreline, and as you rightly said, a 2-round cushion. S8UL, they have some space to breathe now, and they're just 4 more rounds away from securing that victory, not just in this map, but in the whole BO3 series. Asterisk, they have a pretty good buy. Yash gets the first blood in the form of Venka. So now the duelist gone. With the duelist gone, S8UL, that's going to be a little hard to secure the entry. Vice still in the play. Kibo gets one. Helef will instantly trade him off. A 3-on-3. S8UL, there's still a chance to secure. Oh, they can get B side pretty easily. There's only a single defender present. Nightmare comes in. Ryzen gets a counter frag though. Defends in his style, and now it's a 2-3 situation. Asterisk, they have a golden opportunity to retake this side.
Yeah, there is a flank coming in, which should be now worried about. But look at the amount of space that Techno's cleared. He's completely made sure that the spawn region is nowhere near involved in this retake, and that makes Helef's job easier, because then he knows where these players are coming in from. 1, 2, and a third will almost happen, but Ryzen now in a 1v1. Controller, weak controller, but Techno, he takes his revenge from the previous map. Last time it was Ryzen who won it. This time, Techno delivers the final blow, and it will give S8UL their 10th round. And now it feels like another timeout could be coming in here, because this again should have been asterisk to win it. They had the advantage, they had the numbers, but Techno's one little push for information allowed Helef to play this perfectly. He got the first, and Techno got the rest.
Man, oh man, this is S8UL, this is Techno. Venka was the very first one to go down as the first blood for asterisk, but the rest of the team delivered, and this is S8UL, so you can never underestimate any of the players. Not Hawks, not Techno, not LF, not RVK. The timings are perfect. 10-7 scoreline now, and S8UL, they have a pretty good lead now.
They most certainly do. A bit of a tech pause here. Maybe a player or two have got disconnected. But disconnections, while of course are always there, you need to have the best of the equipment when you are in the zone. And that's exactly why Acer's come up with their best lines, right? Of laptops and computers. Such powerful weapons. But so far, the game was level clashing. We had a lot of first half, lot of rounds. Asterisk had the momentum. they went ahead and took so much control of the entire map. They had the 5-1 lead, and then it came back to 5-5, ended 6-6. Very competitive. But the second half, S8UL have just shifted to the 5th gear, and they're just moving on round after round, even with the disadvantage. They've got these small little things that just work in their favor because they play with precision, although their individuality works. Like Techno's solo lurk while his teammate was planting was very risky, but it paid off because once he cleared that spawn region, Helef was sure to know that there's only two places that these players can come from. One was either mid link or towards B main. He got the mid link guy because there were two players there, got a very good kill there, started spotting towards B main. Techno was there to support him at the same time, and then in the end, Techno to take it at the final blow as well. He took out Ryzen there with a 3k secures round number 10. Now the pressure is extremely high for Asterisk player. They have no money. They could probably buy in a couple of stingers, maybe a bucky or two. But the game plan now seems very different. It seems like they're not able to at all adapt on this defensive side.
Well, the pressure is at its peak, right? Because if they lose this one, things are going in the back of their minds that if they lose this one, it's all over for them in the upper bracket. At least you'll have to continue your journey in the lower bracket, right? And it seems like it's going to happen because the way S8UL is dominating, the way S8UL is playing, the way they have the economical advantage, the way Hawks, Venka, Techno, you name the player, everyone is securing those frags. And once again, asterisk, they're going in for an eco, trying to secure as many frags as possible, but Venka gets 2 before going down. And it's a 2v4 now. S8UL, they win this, they'll be one more step closer to their victory.
Yeah, plant's gone far out in the open. No problem here. Yash has a stinger and does have a stun though, so the relay bolt could help him isolate maybe one kill. But he's got too many members in front of him. That recon, or rather, reveal is gonna just make sure that he's also taken out as well. No chance of survival no matter what. Lil Boy has also been spotted. And that paranoia is gonna keep him away. Hawks hungry for the frag. Every single person! But Lil Boy gets both of them down. Makes it almost doable for a second. It looked like S8UL would have thrown that round away in the name of greed. But luckily, the remaining two players understood the mission and just played for the round. But this double kill from Venka, so sweet, crispy, and flicky.
Although Lil Boy, he did came up with a pretty good 3k, but that's not enough to win a round against S8UL. You'll have to do much more than that. You'll have to play as an unit. The way S8UL is playing, coordination is insane, and that's clearly visible in the play as well, in the results too. There you go. This time it's a dimensional drift from the side of Venka, and this dimensional drift is gonna play a crucial role, a vital role in securing the side control. They're gonna easily plant the spike, and now asterisk, they'll have to play on retake.
Oh, Hawks came very close to getting taken out there. Here comes the paranoia. There's a relay bolt as well, but Venka's got a crossfire set up with him. Helef and Hawks find one each. Venka's here, but Ryzen Karamil strike right back. There's an Odin still in play. Helef takes it out, but Karamil's making things work. It's now a 1v2. They don't know where Ryzen's coming from. Now they've heard him, and here he comes, bursts out with his classic. It's time against him now as well. He's got just one more player to go, and Ryzen does take him out, but unfortunately, like I said, time is against him as well. It was a 2v1, even if he had taken out one of the players, because the second player was personified as time itself. S8UL with the match point, and now they are one step away from that upper bracket final.
S8UL, they are already at the series point, ladies and gentlemen. Upper bracket finals awaits them. GG easy awaits them. Let's see what's gonna happen. Is this going to be the final round that Asterisk is gonna play in the upper bracket? So many questions, only one answer. We'll have to wait for another 1 minute and 40 seconds. S8UL Caramel.
Oh, Caramel.
Already
That's
marked.
so unlucky. Couldn't even break the Razor Vines, couldn't break the Haunt either. Venka, he's doing a fake. He's doing a fake! It works! A fake out, he fakes it! And it works out perfectly. Venka's already entered the site, and in between all of this, Ryzen tried to get out of dodge, and he will be securing himself for a little bit of time. Unfortunately, he's got a menacing monster in front of him in the name of Yoru. Does try to get away, but no, Ryzen's gonna catch him out. The plant's gonna go down though. There's 2 ultimates available. S8UL need to be careful. A Nightfall comes in their faces. LF knows where one player is coming from, but that Viper's Pit is keeping them alive right now. Kibo spraying down that Odin for his life just to find Techno some or the other how, but it's not gonna work. Ryzen does get hoaxed though, and now they're walking in through it, and they find the Viper. RBK has to make this work, gets 1 each. LF also makes it happen, and it's a 1v2. Ryzen now, in a moment of clutch, in a moment of desperation, will not secure it. S8UL take their step into the upper final, beating Asterisk 2-0.
What a game it has been. What a series it was. S8UL, a 2-0 scoreline. Insane domination came in from this team, and now they are our second upper bracket finalist. They're gonna face GG Easy in another BO3 series another day, and whoever wins that will be our very first grand finalist. They are so close. They are so close to be qualifying in this Acer Predator League. Let's see who's gonna become the champion. That's the matter of long run. But about this game, the way they've played and the way Asterisk started off this game, if you if you remember those early 5-7 rounds, they were phenomenal. They were totally dominating. Even S8UL were struggling to keep up with their pace, right? But all of a sudden, S8UL slowly and steadily covered up, and especially Venka. Once he started playing, there was no coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a Venka show indeed across both maps. He was a very, very strong point of winning for this team. But not to mention that the rest of the team also did their part of lifting this team up when needed. So I'm very, very impressed with the way that S8UL have been playing. Clearly, everybody knows what to do, where to go, how to position themselves. And all of this followed by Venka spearheading. It's just right on point. So no problems for them to get themselves and their main chance to make it to that grand final. Play it at the Phoenix Mall of Asia in Bangalore on the 11th of October. But for now, they've got one more opponent to go before they get to that final. GG Easy will be now facing them off in that upper final. Whilst we, of course, will be also still seeing Asterisk take their journey in the lower bracket, where we've got a bunch of other teams as well. The Rat Syndicate are there. So that's also going to be a very interesting matchup if they do fight against each other. But this has been clearly a very S8UL dominant day.
Indeed, it has been a clear S8UL dominant day because both the games finished off with a huge margin, right? S8UL won with a good margin, a 13-7 scoreline in the second map.
Yeah.
And what surprises me is, I think even out of those 7 rounds, I think 5 to 6 rounds, 6 rounds, Asterisk won in the first half, and 5 among those maybe in the very first 7 to 8 minutes or maybe 10 minutes. And after that, it was a silent scenario for them. It was just S8UL coming in, destroying them and securing round after round.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like there was no answer. They had no answer to how Venka was playing. They had no answer to the lurks of Hawks, positioning. And Yash, unfortunately, I don't think I saw him at all in that second half. I don't think he's had at all any sort of impact in this game. But, you know, every player can have their bad days. He is still pretty young. He's still pretty, got so much to learn, a lot of experience to gain. So let's hope that this can be found in that lower bracket game for him. Unfortunately, S8UL, too powerful of an opponent for Asterisk. The team is good, Asterisk. They've got ideas. Like I said, the brain work is there. It's just that on paper, when you put it just as strong, you need to put it in practicality as well. You need to be just as good when you're actually executing these ideas. Although it seemed like they were more prepared on Ascent than they were on Corrode. For some reason, it kind of felt like it. They're, execute on Ascent seemed a lot more visible, whereas on Corrode, it felt like they were just going with the motion. They were playing with adjustments across the map based on what S8UL were doing. And that seemed to be what S8UL kind of just pounced upon. They kept changing their systems on their defensive side when they made that comeback. The Viper and Vice were very, very integral with their parts of making sure that the wall setup from the Viper changed, the sheer wall from the Vice changed, and it was just working out to the dot when it came to those last 5 to 6 rounds of the first half.
For sure, and teamwork matters, and we have clearly seen some pretty good traits, some pretty good team efforts from the side of S8UL as a whole. As for the scoreboard, we have Venka once again leading the charts with a total of 28 kills and an ACS of 383, 6 first bloods. Man, this is insane. We have Hoax with 17, Techno with 11, Helev with 12, and RVK with 11 kills.
Yeah, he's got a total of 49 across 2 maps, by the way, Venka, which is an insane stat to kind of think about. Almost 50 kills in just 2 maps. But that kind of performance will only come when you've got the best of gears, ladies and gentlemen, which also comes with the Acer Swift Neo, which is built for performance with a lightweight, sleek, and premium design, powered by an Intel Core Ultra Power processor featuring a stunning OLED display. This laptop provides crystal clear visuals and unmatched speed. Plus, with Copilot, you get an AI-driven experience that adapts to your workflow, your gaming, making your multitasking and productivity absolutely effortless. And of course, don't forget, with every purchase of the Swift series, you get an Acer sling bag free. And with these laptops, you also get cash back up to 5,000 rupees and an instant bank discount of up to 15,000 as well. So do make sure you go check it out in the description. Check which bank. Is it your bank that gives you these discount offers? Because then you can get an absolutely banger of a computer, which can maybe at some point allow you to perform like Venka and his numbers right here.
Indeed, although that's gonna take a lot of grind and a lot of time, you won't become Venka and the MVP overnight after purchasing.
Yeah, like I said, you need time.
Laptop.
You need time.
Yes, but you'll take the very first step, right?
You absolutely
as soon as you
will.
get the delivery.
Yeah, I agree. You take that first step. But before we end, ladies and gentlemen, of course, if the Swift Neo is not exactly what you're looking for, maybe the Aspire Go is what you're looking for, which is also allowing you to multitask like a prodigy with the Aspire Go 14 AI PC. It's also very slim, powerful, and ready for every idea. It's ideal for you multitaskers, for you makers, for you minds that are always in motion. And of course, with these AI-powered laptops, the performance is always at a high as it is with the Aspire Go. It's the laptop that thinks as fast or almost as fast as you do. And again, with even this, you can get those cashback offers of up to 5,000 rupees. Don't forget, if your bank gives it, up to 15,000 rupees can be off on your next purchase, and maybe you could be playing the next Acer Predator League. So get your purchase in so that maybe for the 2027 season, you could be right now playing against these players. But for that, you of course need to start your preparation. So get your laptops in, and we will be waiting for your debut on this stage. Until then, though, ladies and gentlemen, for today, we have concluded our matches. So we will be seeing you tomorrow at the same time once again with more of the action and finding out which of these teams will be making it to that grand final and which is that one team that will take India's slot in the global final of the Acer Predator League. I'm Universe, and with me was Clashing. We will take your leave for tonight. Bye-bye and happy game.
the all-new Acerus Firelight. With up to 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor. Enjoy sharp visuals on a full HD display. With a flexible 180-degree hinge. Lightweight at just 1.59 kilograms. Powerful, flexible, and ready to go. The Acerus Firelight, with up to 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor and a full HD display. Lightweight at just 1.59 kilograms. It's powerful, flexible, and ready to go.
With Neo, power in hand, watch it go. AI smart, runs the show. Style and speed, you already know. Lightweight game, heavy on mic. Work off late, it's just right. Color that pop, style and glow. Swift Neo, oh, that's how we roll. Click, sleek, swift Neo, power in hand, watch it go. AI smart, runs the show. Style and speed, you already know. Swift Neo,
You feel me?
lightweight game, heavy on mic. Work off late, it's just right. Color that pop, style and glow. Swift Neo, oh. Let it lead, let it grow. Turn it with every tap and glow. Swift Neo, that's how we roll.
On set, vibes up, you feel me? Swift Neo.
The all-new Acerus Firelight. With up to 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor. Enjoy sharp visuals on a full HD display. With a flexible 180-degree hinge. Lightweight at just 1.59 kilograms. Powerful, flexible, and ready to go. The Acerus Firelight, with up to 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor and a full HD display. Lightweight at just 1.59 kilograms. It's powerful, flexible, and ready to go.
Acer Iconia. Fast street, cool moves, step a pick, we groove, web slit, post quick, friends laughing, we click. Follow me, let's wipe and roll. Follow me with Acer and control. Follow me, let's wipe and roll. Follow me with Acer and control. Follow me, it's the Acer show. Follow me, it's the Acer show. Follow me, it's the Acer show. Follow me wherever we go. Follow me wherever we go. Vibes, let those big friends laughing, we click. Follow me, follow me, go. Follow me, follow me, go. Acer Iconia. Follow me. Acer Iconia. Follow me. Acer Iconia.
Sleek, swift, neo, power in hand, watch it go. AI smart, runs the show. Style and speed, you already know. Lightweight game, heavy on mic. Work off late, it's just right. Color that pop, style and glow. Swift neo, oh, that's how we roll. Click, sleek, swift, neo, power in hand, watch it go. AI smart, runs the show. Style and speed, you already know. Swift neo,
You feel me?
lightweight game, heavy on mic. Work out, play, it's just right. Color that pop, style and glow. Swift neo, oh. Let it lead, let it grow. Turn it with every tap and glow. Swift neo, that's how we roll.
On the edge, vibes up, you feel me? Swift Neo.